Hey everybody, my name is Eric. I'm making a game. That game is called the Godkiller. I didn't sleep well last night. Not for game related reasons, for respiration related reasons. I don't know, I'm just all plugged up. Wasn't breathing well. As a result, I'm tired. I'm quite tired. But I think I'm gonna get some token progress in. There's a little number at the top of my screen. It says PED284. That means progress every day, 284 days in a row. Did I remember to update that? Sometimes I just forget to update that number, which, it's not the most important thing. Alright, I'm not going to worry about it. But anyways, so this session, just to make sure that I'm still making this progress every day, I'm going to do one task that's kind of... it's valuable, but it's short and straightforward. It doesn't require too much thought from me. And I'll see how I feel after that. If I still feel tired, I might just give myself a little bit of a break. And fuck around, watch some TV, and just a little bit. I will make my progress, though. What's on deck, if I get a little more ambitious, is to work on... the Facetool, which is an authoring tool for saying what events will affect a face while certain lines of dialogue are spoken. Okay. Anyways, demo though. I should demo. I guess I should demo. Do I have much to demo? You know what? I've got a tiny little bit right here I'll just show real quick. So yesterday, with a lot of help from Cicada, I created these custom tracks with a certain wizard tool that Cicada showed me. It was a little bit of a proof of concept type of thing, just making sure I can create these tracks that are able to store the types of events I want to store. So I created one for a face emotion clip, and then there's a thing down here I can pick happy or sad. The idea is that this tool would be able to very quickly put in all the events for one line of dialogue. And yeah, I'll say more about that if I come back to it. The other thing I did was I did some rail fixes on a level, and it's not even worth demoing. I mean, the best demo of it is probably just to do rail fixes on another level, which shows you exactly the type of thing I got done yesterday, but on a different level. So I'll just go to another level. I'll do some rail fixes. It's kind of my go-to task when I'm feeling like my ability to make progress, it might be in doubt. All right. Unity Hub, where are you at? Where's the little thing I want? There we go, GK. Cicada also pointed me towards domain reloading as a way to speed up hitting the play button and having it start again. Now, I did read through this a little bit further, and it seems like exactly the kind of thing I want to do. However, I don't think I'm going to get it for free. I think it's going to take a bit of an investment because I use static variables heavily throughout. So I would have to go through and maybe 30-40 classes and add in this runtime initialize and load method and init, and it would go through and set the static variables to their reset values. Otherwise, if I start up the project after it's already ran once, there'll be references and values that are held over from the previous session, and they'll definitely get me into trouble. So this is something to do maybe at the start of a weekend day, or a nice block of time, just in case things go sideways. What I absolutely hate doing is creating a bunch of bugs and then ending like a weeknight session, one of the shorter sessions with all those bugs still there. All right, demo. I did do the demo. Let's just go on to the next scene that needs attention for Rails. I did Beards block axles last. Let's do Beards. No COVID versus Chuckers. Beards versus Chuckers. Chuckers have since been renamed to Groldies. Groldies. Little creatures that... Oh! I've got good news. I've got good news. I'm real happy about this. The person who made all my character models and did a fine job of it, a perfect job of it, in my opinion. Everything he delivered worked great out of the box, had no problems with it. Met my specs perfectly every single time. That guy, Isak Ativas. I have been trying over the last 3 months or so to reach him, and I had just decided, well, I guess I'm going to have to find somebody else. I just haven't heard back from him. He just went on a super long vacation. That's all it was. Now he's back and he wants to do more work. So that's great. That means I can make my beard character models have the really funny beard. I'll get into it later, but this idea that they're chill until you step on the grass or you break the law in some way, and then they get excited and chase after you. I'm gonna have, in their chill state, their beard's gonna be rolled up tight against their face, and then when they get excited, their beards will just go and roll out and point straight out. It's gonna be so silly. It's gonna be super silly. And then the Chuckers, I had stand-in art for them. I just had it wasn't stand-in. It was using the art from a different game character. So the art that I was using is for a different one called a Spiker, which won't be in the first release. They'll come in a later release, and I want to get something for the Chucker. It should look really a lot different. Not the Chucker, the Groldy. I renamed it to Groldy. Sorry, very confusing. And then there's some special characters that should get their own character models too, instead of just reusing the generic bystander character model, I'd call it, which is like a kind of basic NPC in the town type of a model. So Billy, I want to give him his own model. He'll be a little bit shorter than all the other more picturesque people that make up the bystander character models. He'll have that whole chip on his shoulder, that Napoleon complex thing going. There's another character called the Queen of Forks, and she just looks a little bit too plain. I gotta get Isak to dress her up, get some magnificent crown and dress on her, something like that. And yeah, I've got my iPad coming too. I have been not making any concept art or any kind of art for a while because I haven't had my iPad. It broke. I went through this whole thing to get it fixed, but it's not fixed, and I had to get a replacement now. But I'll get my iPad back. It's well timed because I need to make some concept art, rough sketches to send off to Isak, and he takes that and he makes character models, and he does it like a champ. So that's all coming up. All right. So yeah, Beards versus Chuckers. Where are we at? I gotta find the rails. I gotta see what's up with those. And what is this thing down here, by the way? I keep seeing this odd little arc. What does this go to? It looks like a hand stage. I think I might have accidentally added in a hand stage to the prefab, and it does not need to be there. Let's fix that right now. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, yeah, this should not be there. So this is because I was doing some work on the main prefab in one scene, and I wanted to update elsewhere. This carried over. Okay, so let's fix that real quick before I get into the rails. And stages, you can go away. From the prefab at least. Okay. Anything else that I kind of put in here that didn't really belong here? Level areas, anything there? Oh, there are. Should not be these things here. Let's get rid of those. Although now I'm wondering, if I do that, does that mean that they'll disappear from... Oh, it would be really painful to lose those there. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to do this with a little more care. And I am getting kind of away from the first thing I was going to do. Although I might as well do this too. Okay, so let's go out of here. Don't save it. Discard the changes. Then we'll go to open the scene, open the scene, open the scene. Go into little arena where I spent a lot of time over the last week because it had some scripting stuff in it and faces and everything. Okay, so then let's take this and just duplicate it. Okay, now pretty safe there. I can just unpack this. Do I need to unpack all the ones underneath? Probably not. Okay, then come back to main. And now I can get rid of, oops, no, I thought it was going to be this one. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so then let's get rid of the hand stages from the prefab. They do not belong to everything. Let's get rid of the zones that define level areas. These are just cuboids that mark out certain spaces in the level. This all looks fine. Make my little silly updates. Just so I can have something new to listen to for the sound effects, I'll set this in a different key. It doesn't matter that much. Eventually the music will play, and that will end up setting the key according to the song that's playing, and that'll override anything I put there. But just for now, why not? Why the hell not? Okay, save all that, and then go to the scene. Now if I look at main, I look at spatial, the level area is totally empty, but that's all right. It just means I use some overrides from the copy I made. That very intelligently created copy. Okay. And stages. How does it look, relatively speaking? I mean, honestly, relatively speaking. literally, relatively speaking, it is correct. It's relating to the right parent object coordinates. That's fine. Okay, now let's take a look at these guys. Yeah, there's the dead end. There's my arena. There's my safe stairs. Here's my observation points. All good. Okay, this guy you can delete. And then I'll save that. Move on to rail fixes. Okay. And I've since renamed this level to be called The Bend. Okay, to get rid of all that stuff over there. That's cool. Rails. Where do I have rails? None here. None here. Some here. Do they have the problem? They do. Okay, let's fix it. We'll say rail. Not many rails here. Pretty easy to fix. Okay, then I want to look for rail ends that need fixing. Okay, yeah, I've got some here. Yeah, imagine all three of these guys with a little rolled up beard at the top of them. You wouldn't be able to see it right away. This might be one of those ideas that actually sounds better until I actually try it. Because they're so small. Anyways, let me finish up with these rails. Alright, I'm gonna try something. Just to prototype this change the beards that will probably be coming up. Okay, I fixed all the rails. That's done. By the way, sometimes I just do a little bit of unambiguous progress at the beginning, like set a task I know moves the project along, so that it ticks a little checkbox in my mind, like, okay, you moved forward today. But then I might use the rest of the session to do a little bit more kind of freewheeling design without really being aligned with progress. And somebody else will be like, who cares? Like, just do what you want. Who cares? But there's a whole system that I've got going in my head that lets me keep moving, doing more work, and feeling good about the results. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a screenshot with the beards on the screen. I'm going to take it into Photoshop and see what will it look like if I have actual beards on the beards. To me, it seems hilarious and useful and adding flavor and all that, but then like maybe in practice it doesn't look that good. Happens to me all the time. All right. So I'll try to get them like at different points on the screen, different directions, so I can have a little more. That's not bad. We got some facing in the profile way and some facing straight down. Okay, let's try this. And this is the furthest away camera view too, so it's the likely to be not as good view. I don't know why. There we go. Okay, yeah, the hotkey for taking the screenshot is also the hotkey in my game for starting some music playing. So that's what that's about. Okay, then we head off to Photoshop. Close that, don't need it. Close that, don't need it. Okay, and I will make this take up most of the screen. So maybe a white beard. I mean, this is getting into... These guys are so small. It's like pixel art at this point. It's actually reasonably good pixel art that's been generated by a combination of these low poly models and the outline shader. I mean, this kind of looks like 1990s era 2D sprites. It's not bad. Could be better. I have to admit, but it's not bad. To make it better, I just have to use more space in the game to display enemies, and I just don't want to do that because that's not the important thing about the game. Okay, so let's create a new layer. This would actually be nice to be doing with my iPad and Procreate, but I can get by. Where's the pencil tool? They're always changing where everything is. Okay, pencil tool. Yeah, this is it. So let's say it just kind of comes up like that. I suppose I might as well zoom in a bit more. Feels like a good design choice might be to take the hood off, because that will give me an ability to make it clear that this thing is tied to a face. That's part of the face. Could also give these guys really long noses, have mustaches coming off, and I think it might look a little clearer that way. Anyways, let's put a little outline around this thing. There. I should be careful. So I don't have real nice anti-aliased lines around the rest of it, so let's be realistic and let's add the same kind of not so finessed line outline. Okay, and then I think the whole thing might be a little too bright, so maybe just something like that. Okay. So I can see what is almost certainly going to be the case is that it won't be clear what that thing is unless there's a whole head and face along with it. Even then, it might leave a little ambiguity that takes a while to figure out. But I don't think I'm going to go do the whole pixel art thing to draw the face, but in my head I can just see like the head. That sounds dumb. In my head I can see the head. I can see the character head. I can visualize it. I can see how it could work. Just in the same way that you can just kind of make out a little bit of M's head shape here, and you know there's not a lot of control or detail. This isn't really pixel art. It's a 3D rendered model, and you'll never have great control to show all the details you want. But picturing just kind of like a skin colored head with what the heck? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because this will be good to send off to Isak. I just won't spend a lot of time on it making it pretty. That's all. All right. So we'll just say just color in this whole thing. Then I will ask for him to make a kind of outsized nose, because I think the nose is a large part of being able to identify where the hair is connected to. And I'm going to add a mustache to this as well. Hey Z. What's going on? I have done some decent pixel art in my lifetime. I'm not going to right now. I'm just prototyping a bit. It's gonna be something like that. I think the mustache is important because the mustache helps you see that this is gonna be a beard. Oh man, I'm an old fuck and I'm a dilettante. I try everything that seems fun to me. Anything related to multimedia, I'm drawn to. And I get to be kind of half-ass good at a bunch of things as a result. I'm not. I booted up and, I've tried it out. I do all my modeling inside of Pro Builder right now. So anyways, I'm not going to refine it greatly. In some ways, it's good that it's not very refined because you don't get to refine 3D models at the pixel level. I think I should put in just a little bit more because I think I will be getting outlines around these things. They won't be like pretty anti-aliased outlines, but I will get outlines. So the head will have outline around it. I think that's kind of the idea. I think it'll work. Take the hoods off the guys. Give them these beards. Beards will have a rolled up state when they're not excited. And then when they get excited, the beards will pop out. Okay. So, pixel art I've done. It's almost all in one place. Broad. Boom. So this cover I made back in the 90s. I guess it's not really pixel art, but it's like art where every pixel was touched individually. That was one of my first ones. Basically everything you see on the screen I did. Anyways, I don't know. I don't need to show off. But yeah, I've done some pixel art. This little guy up here. This little guy here. Drawed. I got my pixely mitts all over it. There's something likable about pixel art. Alright, what am I doing next? Man, I don't know if I'm going to make it much further on this session. I'm just like tired. I might just do rails in one more level and call it good. Well, it's only a little ways to go to be half-assed good at something. To not be real good at, but just be kind of like maybe look at it in the right light. Oh, that's pretty good, you know. There's that whole thing about power laws where you can get to 80% competence in a subject with 20% of the work. And then you want to get past that 80%, it just gets harder and harder and harder. And there's really very few things in life that I've gone past that 80% on. Writing code would be one of them. Okay, beards versus checkers, done. Let's go to the block bunker. Fixing your rails there. I think I'm going to fix the rails on this level. And I'm going to call it the session because I'm just like so fucking tired. I'm still on the fence if I want to do the face art myself or if I want to just get Bettina to do it. She's really good at faces. I might check with her to see if she wants to do it. She might be super busy now. I think I can guarantee there'll be higher quality facial animation if I get her to do it. If she wants to do it. If I can afford her rates at this point in her career. No, not that one. Rel S, Rel SE. Let's take a look at what needs fixing. A bunch of rail ends I need. let's unpack these and fix up the rail ends. Set my snap down to a finer scale so I can position these little guys right at the end. I thought I unpacked you. I know what I'll do with the rest of this session. It's already in my mind. I will write out like the start of my request to go to ESOC for the new character models. I won't do all the concept art that goes with them. But I'll at least write out like an inventory of each thing that I want to get. Like a menu order with a talented artist instead of a cook on the other side of it. Looks good. All right, rails fixed. Oh, I got to the B's for all that. I spent a lot of time on rails. I've only done like 5 levels of rail fixes. Now, okay. So let me think about my little order. Oh, this is the scratch file. Yeah, maybe I'll start a Google Doc. All right, just in case this shows any personal stuff on stream, I'll temporarily go to Big Stupid Head View to start up my empty Google Doc. And character models. All right. Anything super personal? No. Okay. Billy. Queen of Forks. Beards. Groldies. The song leader. Should I give him a different outfit? I don't know. Okay. I think it'd be nice to have the Queen of Forks be a little fuller figured, because all the bystanders, they are super thin, fit specimens. Very Brave New World. And then I made Billy kind of chubby, because I think it's just funny. It kind of goes with him having a chip on his shoulder, but I don't want to say like, I don't want like the one person who's sort of a jerk in the story to also be the one who's packing a little extra weight. So let's have somebody else that's not a bad person in the story also be a little bit plump. Full figured. Dress, long hair, headpiece, little crown. If you will, stand in one place, no walk animation. Oversized, maybe oversized area of placement, extra squares for hair and dress. 3 columns by 2 rows. Okay. Fork guards. I don't think that's quite right. So the typical mask is a little more understated than what I wanted. But like, this isn't bad. Except for this extra hair on there. Okay. Yeah, I want to draw him like some little concept art thing to send. Let's see. Liberace. What did? Good. Yes, like Liberace. That's perfect. Like Liberace. That's how I want the song later to be like. Okay. Okay. Glyph. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Z, I don't know if you're still on, but I'm going to take off here. And anybody else who might be on, thanks for joining. And I will catch you later. Gonna stop the stream right about now.